Hello, Daisy Cakes. This is Daisy X Machina, the drag queen detective who investigates all things speculative in science fiction, fantasy, and horror. And this is a Get Ready With Me, where I get into drag to film a video later today. And real quick question, how is the audio? Because I've been having trouble with my audio, and the video I filmed last week, which is the second time I did my children's novel video, some of it got, the sound got wonky. So I replaced a lot of the chords, and it's a different setup. But I don't want to buy another microphone. I'm just hoping that will do it. Okay, anyway. John is here. Lynette is here. Frank is here. How's your wife doing, John? Improving daily. Fantastic. Walked halfway up the driveway. The audio is okay. Thank God. Mooney is here. Hey, Mooney. And the question is, how is everyone's reading going? I finally did finish Wind and Truth, the last Stormlight archive book by Brandon Sanderson. And I think I'm going to do a video today on it because I don't want to redo the children's novel video for the third time. But then as a little palate cleanser, I read The Phantom Tollbooth, which I haven't read in I don't know, 50 years or whatever. And I forgot how pun heavy it was. Or maybe as a kid you just miss like half the puns, but there are just so many puns in this. It was cute. And then instead of going to another epic fantasy, because I want to read the Tarkovsky one that I picked for Shove It or Shove It, I instead started this horror novel that someone that used to be on YouTube wrote. It's called The Last Freak Show. And anyway, he wanted me to read it, and I said I'd read it, and just kind of felt like a horror novel. It's interesting so far. Anyway. ADK, yeah, the mics are, I've spent so much money on mics. I've not had good luck with audio. When we get back to books, I'll give you the title. Reading Spin by Charles Robert Wilson. Don't know that. Reading / listening to The Eyes Are the Best Part, which is amazing. I've heard of that. The title's really familiar. A sequel to Heart of Circle. Still reading The Peculiar Garden of Harriet Hunt. I need breaks from it because there's, domestic violence and gaslighting. Audio, also an e-arc of poetry. A friend of mine is doing poetry now. Also reading The Wall. Don't know that. Does anyone remember Pink Floyd's The Wall, the movie? Everyone's like, it was really big in the 70s. Or 80s. Early 80s, late 70s. Anyway. I want to do multicolor. I keep saying I want to do it, but it just never seems to come out right. So let's do blue and orange. How about that? Only be on for a bit, preparing for a game, and stuff to... Are you the one that's playing Call of Cthulhu? How's that going? Hard sci-fi, literary, surprised you'd ever heard of it. I'll have to look that up. The odd thing is, when I need a break from Harriet Hunt, I read a book on the 1879 Tail Railway Bridge disaster in Scotland, which is less distressing than Harriet Hunt. Big black circle. Yes, Call of Cthulhu. Okay, so I want to do orange, blue, and pink. Let's try that. Okay, I'm going to do something weird and start with black just to outline the shape. I don't know if that's weird or not. Need a break from someone called June, but there's no getting away. Oh. Who now has a job. Congratulations. Also read Tormentor by William Milkley. Job can change your life. The cashier at the supermarket. My favorite job was when I was in college. I worked at a bookstore. And I eventually was the assistant manager at a Crown Books. If anyone remembers those. Okay. But the thing about retail, it's not really a viable job. Because it pays so low, even back then. But as a job, it was super fun. Okay. I wish I could work at a bookstore, but I speak so fast in my native language more than English. What's wrong with that? I don't know why that would stop you. I worked at a library, but wouldn't mind working in a supermarket. Go there a lot anyway. I'm also stressed from trying to apply for the aged pension. Ooh, online forms. Uploaded all the documents and they asked, but now I have to bring documents into the office. What a pain. Sometimes too loud, which isn't fun. But at least I have 5% discount. Discounts are always good. That's one good perk about retail. Been trying to get my civil service pension. Now I have to speak to an ombudsman. Okay. So what did I say I was going to do? Oh, pink, blue, and orange. So let's do pink here. I remember when I was a kid, I liked going to the grocery store with my mother, but I would do two things. One is I would hang out by the book rack and and read books I wasn't supposed to, but the other thing was I was like a connoisseur of toys in cereals, because every week I could like choose my own cereal, and I didn't care about the cereal. I just wanted the toys. So I would go through the aisle of cereal boxes and look at each one and stare at the toys to see which toy I wanted. I think it's kind of sad. See, should I do blue? I'll do blue next. I think it's kind of sad they don't have toys and cereals anymore. Because kids just don't know what they're missing. But I'm sure these cereals were really not good. I mean, my parents didn't care what I ate, so I'd get the super sugary cereals. But I remember this one where I didn't even like the cereal, but I liked the toys. It was called Freakies. The Freaky cereals, and they had these little plastic figurines, and for some reason I wanted to collect them all. So I kept getting this Freaky cereal that I didn't even like. Okie dokie. People have a hard time following me, so they don't understand. Well, I followed you when we did those videos, Mooney. But it was the English versus Israel book covers. Don't like loud noise either. Bookstores are not loud. I mean, they're not libraries, but people are still quiet in them as a rule. Sometimes others speak too much, and it doesn't help that here people still worried about October 7th. Same, pick cereal by the toy. Yay, DK. Heard the hostages are coming home. Too often, cool toys came in cereal that I didn't actually like. That was me and Freakies. I used to love cereal toys, especially those ones that could walk on the table. That was a sting-loaded wool bill that hung over the edge. You mean they never put toys in there anymore? No, and it's I think it's because there were like lawsuits for kids choking on toys. I shouldn't be laughing about that, but it's so silly. Because I still have them in Cracker Jacks. It's like not kids don't try to eat the Cracker Jack toys. Does it help that my cousin was killed? Oh, that's so... Kellogg's did Thunderbird models back in the 60s. Oh, DK did Freakies too. I didn't like it, but I have the Freakies refrigerator magnet, wanted the set. Oh boy. Novelty ice cream sticks that came with one brand. Kinder Surprises are banned. It's hard, just worried that about my other cousin who might serve. Well, heart goes out to you, Mooney. I know it's really tough. The Israel situation is never ending. And if we're all about the same age, you may remember in 7-Eleven, if you're into comic books, they had these collectible cups. I mean, they were like plastic cups of with the Marvel heroes on them. I had so many of those. And they were like flimsy plastic, but you would still keep them like you're going to reuse them. Okay. Oh, shoot. I meant to put light blue on. I didn't do national service because of my health, but I did volunteer at different places. Yeah, I know several people who were in the Israeli service because it's required. I still have lots of those icy cups. NFL when you're in high school. Okie dokie. I need to fix this. I thought I was putting on light blue. I put on dark blue. I remember I was jealous of my friend because I thought I was collecting a lot of those Marvel superhero icy cups or Slurpee cups. But a friend of mine had like tons of them. But I think he had like brothers and sisters, so it was. And I'm an only child. I was raised as an only child, so. Okay. Love you try on wigs without makeup. Oh, you saw that video? 5 months. Oh, gosh, I don't want to talk to you, Manny. Didn't serve either, but I wanted to. My eyesight wasn't up to the U.S. Navy's high standards. You know, the eyesight's really, they're really strict with Air Force. I know that. I didn't realize for the Navy, but. Because a friend of mine in the 80s wanted to be in the Air Force, but she couldn't because of her eyesight. Anyway, one of my cousins worked there. On the day, his wife made him stay home. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's been almost 50 years since we had national service. Some people still believe that, because it's sort of that Heinlein, you need to serve the country before to vote type thing. The ESP. Almost joined the Royal Air Force, but when I found out I had to swear allegiance to Queen Elizabeth, declined. Interesting. Australians actually fought in the Vietnam War. Oh yeah, 50 years. Was that the Vietnam War? Because we had the draft then. It wasn't service for everyone, but. I remember when an Australian trans woman was conscripted to serve in Vietnam. It was a huge story back in the day. Oh, never heard of that one. Okay. I don't know about starting with black. I really need to do some blending. So... I'm just going to have to come back with black to blend some of this, but. Okay. Okay. We're just going to have to go with this. Her birth certificate said she was male, so she had to go. Yeah, it definitely wasn't used back then. Oh, that's right. And Trump declared that there's only, who knows what Trump declared. It could be kind of vague, but he said there's only two genders. And it's I really don't want to get into politics, but the idea that the president can rewrite the Constitution by executive order is disturbing to me because of the birthright citizenship thing. It's pretty obvious. It says what it says in the Constitution, so how can the president change it without a constitutional amendment? Anyway. They may have thought the person was trying to get out of it by pretending to be a different gender, like Lenny Bruce got out of World War II by cross-dressing. Or do we all remember Klinger from MASH? Yeah. All Americans are female because all fetuses are female at conception. Oh, that's hilarious. He wants to deport the British. Yeah. You're right. He shouldn't be able to rewrite it, but with the Supreme Court, this Supreme Court, who knows? Okay. Let's think happier thoughts. I'm going to... It's outlining my eyeliner. Okay. Thank you, John, and have a great game. Mooney needs to go to sleep. Okay. See ya. See ya, Mooney. See ya, John. Yes, don't be a stranger, John. Okay. Well, here's a question. What am I going to do? For the cut crease. Should I just do silver? I should just do silver, right? Yeah, just going to keep it simple. When does the next season of Doctor Who come out? Lynette, I bet you would know. Oh, did I ever tell you like right after you told me about the Doctor Who Christmas special, I watched it. And I did enjoy it, the one about Joy and the star. It was a little more religious with the Star of Bethlehem than I was expecting. But I did like it, and I really enjoyed the actress from Bridgerton who played Joy. Police for Australian firefighters not going to California. We can't spare them during your fire season. Why is California getting fires in the winter? Good question. Well, because it's not raining. Great sermon, whether you're a non-believer or not. I don't think there is a release date for the next Doctor Who. Poor Frank doesn't know about Doctor Who. You know, I don't know if I would recommend it to, because I believe both Lynette and I saw it when we were young, or I think Lynette was younger than me, but it is ostensibly a kids show. Maybe I would recommend the David Tennant. Who's he, the 11th Doctor? I know the retro Doctors are really hard to get into without, if you're not into retro TV. Oh, I saw a commercial, and I honestly don't know this much about it. But is there a new Star Trek movie with Michelle Yeoh? I still haven't seen the last season of Discovery. I'm not really that motivated. But a movie with Michelle Yeoh I might be interested in. And I did like the Picard series. Okay. Are currently fires in Western Australia. Wheel of Time Season 3 release date is March 13th. I will be watching that. Thank you, DK. I knew about it, was never interested in it, even sure they showed it in the US for a long time. It was on PBS, but that didn't come in till 1967. You know, when I first saw Doctor Who, it was on, I think it was in middle school, high school, middle school. But it wasn't on PBS. It was actually on one of the, like Channel 20, the local station or whatever. And what they did, and this was the Tom Baker. And I always wonder if the first Doctor you see is the one you love, because I still maintain Tom Baker's the best Doctor. Anyway, what they were like, since they were BBC productions, they were like a full 30 minutes. But on commercial TV, they have to have commercials. So what Channel 20 did was they took a half-hour Doctor Who and they cut it in half. So you would only see half of one half-hour episode, like 15 minutes of the show, and then they would put in 15 minutes of commercials. It was crazy. There was like so many commercials. It's like every 5 minutes, commercial break. But I would still watch it because what an idiot. I'm going to end my Prime membership when my yearly subscription ends. Any recommendations for shows I should watch before then? Just got Amazon Prime, but have no intention to get the videos. Well, the videos are free if you have the Prime. I really like the Fallout. I like The Boys, but that's a superhero, like, rated R+ movie. I don't know if everyone's into that one. But the Fallout was pretty good science fiction. It's based on, like, a video game or something that I don't know anything about, but just as a show, I like that. Was it Fallout? It's the one where the people are in the bunkers from 1950s alternate reality where there was a nuclear war. I first saw Doctor Who during the second Doctor, but I saw the first Doctor in reruns. Second Doctor is my favorite. Most of the good stuff on Prime I've already seen. Well, it is the Wheel of Time, and I don't know if we should mention the Rings of Power. I really wish they would just do some new series that's more recent. I mean, I'm doing a Brandon Sanderson video today, so I have him on my mind. I think The Mistborn would be a really cool series. And you know they must have a big audience for Mistborn or for anything by Sanderson. Oh, Fonda Lee's Jade War Saga or Greenbone Saga, I think would be a perfect like HBO show. I hope HBO would pick it up. Yeah, I haven't been that impressed with Amazon Prime shows. And I find Netflix shows really frustrating because they would like start a show that I would think that I'm going to like, and then they don't. They drop it. I mean, not that HBO doesn't do that either. Like one of my favorite all-time shows is Carnival, on which is an HBO show. And they cut it on a cliffhanger on the second season. But they finished Game of Thrones and seems like they have more experience and know how to do series. Okay. Saw a few episodes of The Boys, but didn't continue. I think you're thinking of Silo. No, it wasn't Silo. What am I thinking of? Okay, I'm going to look it up. Maybe it wasn't Fallout. Amazon Prime show. Original. Oh, Good Omens. Man in the High Castle is good. Okay, maybe it wasn't. Okay, maybe it wasn't Amazon Prime, because I don't see it on this list. No, it was Fallout. Okay, it's probably not. It says Amazon Prime. Are they the... Well, anyway, the show is called Fallout. I thought it was a lot of fun. And pretty good science fiction, even though it did come out. It's kind of hokey. Stargate, Babylon 5, Battlestar Galactica. Cutting back on Facebook. Yeah, I never got into Facebook. I mean, I have it, and I loaded pictures once in a while, but I never got into it. And I never got into Twitter either, so. Okay, DK, but those are old network shows, yeah. I've already seen them years ago. Used to have HBO, but only for Bill Maher. Yeah, I like subscribe to. I'll wait for the House of the Dragon to come on. I'll subscribe and watch it for a couple months, and then I'll cancel it. Blackadder. Yes, I have seen Blackadder. Shot more locally rather than Amazon. That's, yeah. Oh, I forgot about Xena and Hercules. You don't have to go outside except to the porch. I love Blackadder. Yeah, I feel like I'm too addicted to Amazon myself. It's just so damn convenient. And I know there aren't stores to get some of the things that you can get on Amazon. Okay, I don't know about this look, but maybe I have an idea. We'll see. But first, I need to just setting this black with black powder. So my idea was to use one of Australia's biggest online stores is closing down in April. Can't compete against Temu and Amazon. Yeah, I don't know any Australian stores. I want to go visit one day. But, okay, my idea is to adding some of the colors above here, down here. Which you can't even tell. Come on. Okay. Well, this is going to have to do. I've joined Kobo, but I'm not sure if I can give up Audible, even though they are owned by Amazon. Australian stores catch. Have free postage. So my ask for free postage. The only dangerous bitey things in Tasmania are snakes and species of ant. Our snakes are placid. Species are vicious little bastards. Here in Vegas, it's scorpions. And not that they would kill you unless you're allergic. But I hear that they're really, really painful, the bites. And they live in palm trees. Which, of course, everyone has. Palm trees around here for whatever reason. I don't. I don't have any palm trees, but my neighbors do. So it's like, it's kind of nice because I can look at them, but I don't have to take care of them because they're expensive to maintain. But some friends of mine had palm trees, and they were all, he was like, he would like go out at night with this black light to try to find them because they would like come out and roam around at night. I grew up around Hemet, California, which is near Palm Springs, and there were a lot of black widows in Hemet. I know that because they would like get into the mailboxes, and the webs were like, I don't know if you've ever experienced a black widow web, but they're really strong. It's almost like wire. It's really weird. Okay, so I'm just going to do pink at the bottom. Don't really want to worry about it too much. Okay, I think we're done with the eyes. Spent too much time on it. The U.S. have fire ants and wasps, seldom life-threatening. Species of ants are vicious. One of my sons is allergic to them. Yikes. Our ants in Tasmania have caused more deaths than snakes and sharks combined. Wow. The ants are called jack jumpers, and about 3% of Tasmanians are severely allergic to them. They are aggressive and jump a few feet when you get close to them. Yikes. I don't think I would like that. Okay. Sometimes you just got to leave well enough alone. The book I read that wasn't my favorite was The Queen by Nick something or other. Nick Cutter that I got for Shelve It or Shove It. No, I can... I'm just getting obsessed with trying to share my screen with you. It's like I could share my screen for... trying to share my... Okay, all that just to show you Fallout, the show I'm talking about, but also yeah, this book. Okay. Why did I get obsessed with that? I don't know. Okay, anyway, the Queen had, I believe the guy must have researched these African ants that when they get out of hand, they like sweep through entire areas and eat everything organic. Including people. I finished that book, James, but I think he ripped off the ending from Django Unchained. Yeah, I've seen that movie, Django Unchained. Yeah, Fallout's based on a video game, but don't let that stop you from watching it. Okay. I think these lips may be a little bigger than I... Once when we were in Western Australia, we had to drive through a locust storm. Eek. Like in 1981. Often have trouble holding a book. Yeah, that's why I like ebook. Well, I mean, you have to hold an ebook, but it's mostly the being able to adjust the font size. Okay. I should have done black. Okay, I do not like these lips. So, yes, I'm going to make you sit through and watch me redo my lips. No. Okay. Yes, I know this is super attractive. Okay, let's try this again without getting doing whatever I did. Oh, you like the lipstick? It's just it's actually just face paint that I'm using to outline. But what I want to do is actually use black. Because sometimes I definitely think I want like a bigger lip, but then if I go too big, it just looks crazy. And I don't actually like a nude lip that much on me. So the trick is just trying to get it a little bit bigger. For me, one of the hardest things about makeup is getting used to the fact that your face is not symmetrical. At least mine's not. And you don't really notice it until you start putting on makeup and notice, and then you're like, one eye is different than the other. And it turns out it's because your face is different. Okay. I actually like really red lips. Australian Aboriginal, the wiggly grubs and honeypot ants. Never had that problem, Daisy. And not a movie actor. I gather the grubs are nice roasted and the honeypot ants are very sweet. Now, is it because the ants are mixed with honey or are they just sweet? Well, they say that insects are like the form of protein that we may have to get used to, or maybe future generations need to get used to. I had a cricket taco in Mexico. I can't take it way too long. Let's just wrap it up. Wrap it up. Ants store a honey-like substance in their abdomen, which really swells up. Wow, I never knew that. Honey ants. Huh. Don't even eat Taco Bell because they're kind of messy. Yeah, I like shrimp. And lobster. I like most seafood. Let's put on some eyelashes. How about this eye look? Okay, so those are the eyes. What I don't like just trying to tone down that shininess. Okay. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Lynette. The audio has been fine. So hopefully we have fixed the audio issue. And the wig I got, it's my double stack. I wish I had more of these. I really like this wig. Not so much even the shape or the style, but just how it fits, how big it is, how thick it is. how it's a hard front that you can't really tell is a hard front. I should have put on jewelry first, but I am waiting for my second cousin once removed to release his book about my great-grandfather. My great-grandfather had 20 children. Wow. Oh, I recently found out this Japanese-American woman who just passed away, who wrote, oh shoot, who wrote Leaving Manzanar, Leaving something. Once again, I have to look it up. Farewell to Manzanar. And her name was Jean Wadachitsky Suki Houston. Anyway, she wrote I believe it's a middle grade book about growing up in Manzanar. She just passed away. Anyway, I found out that her grandmother and my great-grandfather were brother and sister. And I don't know what that means. I mean, I know it's some type of cousin, but once removed or whatever. Okay, this, let me see, get over here. And my Aunt Tosh turned 100. And I believe she's like, well, this doesn't match, but who will? And my Aunt Tosh was in a relocation camp with the rest of the family during World War II. But she's the only one I know who was an adult at the time. Like my mother was just a little girl. And but Aunt Tosh would, I think she even had a kid. Did she have a kid? Yeah. In the camps. Okay. Korean woman won the Nobel Prize, is getting a lot of hate. Kale surprise. South Korea has the lowest birth rate in the world. Interesting. Because I know Japan's is pretty low. The United States has been falling. Isn't it funny, like looking back to like the 60s, 70s, there was so much out there in science fiction about the dangers of overpopulation. And I just assumed that's what would happen. It never occurred that underpopulation might be an issue. Didn't know any. My mother was in a relocation camp in World War II. She was, I'm not sure, like 5, 6. I mean, she was really young. But she had she was one of 6 sisters, and she was the youngest. So, and Tosh was the oldest. So, yeah. Okay, guys. 4-H movement started in Korea. Now some American women are picking it up. Remind me what 4-H stands for, because I think I heard about this. Underpop doesn't hurt environment Earth. It just hurts the economy, making more money for many. Okay, guys. Anyway, I got to film a video today. I'll be dropping Shovel or Shove It this week. I want to film a Brandon Sanderson review of Wind and Truth, his latest Stormlight book. And I don't know if you guys are into epic fantasies, but I just want to get that out of the way because I've been seeing so many videos of people hating on it. And I think I know why they're hating on it, but I just want to talk about it. And I should be back next week. So until then, may all the books you read be blessed.